Okay, here goes nothing. Okay, cool. Alright. I'm gonna take a break from my story. I know my last video was pretty bad, but I got an opportunity here. Now, here's the highway. Over here, the bike trail's over there. And this is that island I've talked about in previous videos. And I had a campsite that direction, okay? The river splits in two right here, okay? It splits in two. And then when the left way, the way going left, will split again. And that's a main channel there, all right? Now, the island is no man's land. I know I mentioned no man's land. Well, I'm going left. I'm going backside. And I'm going to end up heading towards where that campsite was. Okay? Now, if I had to zone Bigfoot area, as far as, you know, like zone 1 being, they're sometimes there, but you can walk through it. They don't care if you're in there. You know, it's like a regular spot. And zone 4 being, this is a spot where nobody ever walks. They know nobody ever walks there. And they're not expecting anybody to ever walk there. And if a guy like me that knows about them is going to walk through there, well, it's a hotbed. It's a hot mess. It's a hot zone. Zone 4. I would classify this next stretch as zone 4. All right, let's do this, guys. Okay, I know my last video was bad, and I know this might be bouncy, but we're gonna do this. I've never been through here before. If you're going through here first time, just like I am. All right, look at this mess right here. This is a mess right here. You know? Totally something happening in there, right? All right, let's do this. Gotta move fast. I'm going in. What do you think, guys? That wall. Just a wall of vegetation. You can't get through there, look at that. Just a wall. I mean, they've created a barrier here. You know what I mean? Not that they created it, but it allows us to be there. I'm going in. They don't have to like it. Okay, like I was saying in my last video, I know there's going to be a little path. Okay, alright. Now, in my last video, it briefly ended when I was talking about how Tim, you know, like, the days immediately afterwards, I would be like, telling people, and he'd be there, you know, and I'd be like, right, Tim? He'd be like, no, I think it was probably a buck. It was probably a deer. You know, and he really disappointed me, you know, because he didn't really believe that. I mean, he saw what I saw. And I'm going to tell you a little something. He had been living down there with his dad you know, because I don't think he got along with his mom. But I know that's speculation, okay? Here nor there. But it was about a week, or maybe 2 weeks, but I don't think it was. I think it was a week. And he was out of there. I think it was 5 days he was out of there. I think it scared him. And you know, in the years since then, I've talked to him, and yeah, he talks like it was really probably Bigfoot or something. But the immediate days after that, at the time, he was, you know, I understand how people are afraid of, you know, putting themselves out, looking like they're crazy. You know, people don't accept the Bigfoot thing. You know, and me being the way I am, it doesn't matter to me. I've been laying myself out ever since day one. You know, look at this. This is pretty cool right here, ain't it? You see this right here? Pretty cool, huh? Kind of find their trail, you know. I think I can do that. 'Cause we're definitely on something here. Ain't that cool? Get to climb out on them, huh? Look at them babies. That's pretty cool, ain't it? Let's keep going. That's pretty cool too, ain't it? Let's looping up in here. Definitely created by the big guy back in the day. This is an old one here. Just walked through a portal right there. So yeah. I don't tell a lot of people about it. You know, I don't push it because people don't understand. They don't grip it. You know, they don't grip onto it and love it and want to believe in it. I think it scares them. These formations here. See that right there? I mean, I don't know. You know, it's just dead branches. I get it. This feels like I'm in the middle of something here. Kind of feels like it. I should have went right. But this is probably the most fucking thrilling way. Here. This way. Yeah, so when Tim moved out, he left his tent. And I asked his dad if I could have the tent. And he said, sure. I said, can I tear it up and just use the canvas? He said, I don't care what you do with it. So I thought I had materials for a shack. And that coincided with that day that I had to lay in a perfect S position in order not to get dripped on with my makeshift tarp shelter / clear plastic bullshit. Okay? It really kind of coincided because I don't know if it was a couple days, maybe 3 or 4 or 5. I was down there again, and I was planning on spending the night. And he had moved out, and I got the tent. I cut her up. And the rest is history.